Welcome investors. This video is going to be about a comment made by John B, and he's asking me about what do I think right now about Tilray and Canopy Growth. Um, so those two stocks I actually own, and I made a couple of videos about them. If you are interested, I'll put the links in the description so you can take a look at those videos and see when I was buying them. Right now, it's been almost 2 years since I owned those stocks, and I would like to show you what I really think about Tilray and Canopy Growth, and what are my conclusions after 2 years of owning those stocks, and what I think about the future of cannabis industry. So let me start maybe with something really interesting, which I recently heard from someone who is very close in to cannabis industry. The person is actually the attorney who represents the new startups in cannabis industry, and he told me very interesting thing. He said that in cannabis industry there is two kinds of people who are rushing in and people who are rushing out from the cannabis industry. So basically there is no middle ground. There is no middle class who wants to stay, who wants to own and keep the stocks for the long term. That kind of gives me an impression that this industry is very volatile, and either you are coming in quickly to make the money, or you are very discouraged and you want to unload your investments and you want to forget about cannabis industry. um, Let's take a look quickly at my holdings of Canopy Growth, which I bought on December 3rd in 2019, which is almost 2 years ago. And Canopy Growth is down for me. Uh, right now, stock uh, costs, let me check exactly what is the price. It's $11.63 as of November 23rd. When I was buying in 2019 December 3rd, I paid $18.61. So you can take a look and figure out that I'm down. I'm down 37% on my Canopy Growth shares. I'm keeping those shares because they keep me humble. They show me that not everything in my positions have to be on green territory. So this is the red one which I am keeping. Let's take a look at Tilray, how the Tilray is doing for me. Tilray is doing way better. I also bought the Tilray the same day as when I was buying Canopy Growth, which is December 3rd, 2019. And back then, I paid for one share of Tilray $5.58, and as of right now, shares of the Tilray are $10.50. So as you can figure out, I am up. I'm up 86% on my investment. Um, Tilray is the company which I think is managed better, and there was recent acquisitions and mergers which kind of push the Tilray, I would say, almost on the top of cannabis industry, uh, which doesn't really mean that it is much better company than Canopy Growth, because the price per share could be deceiving. Um, Another interesting thing about cannabis industry, which I would like to mention, is when I was talking with this person, which I mentioned earlier, the gentleman told me that right now we have the situation where, for example, cultivation and growing of 1 pound of marijuana in Pennsylvania costs $1,200, but in California it costs $800. So when the legalization comes on the federal level, those companies which are in the states where the cost of cultivation is pretty expensive are going to have a hard time in comparison to those states where the cultivation is much cheaper. And I added some thinking to this sentence. And how about cost of cultivation in Mexico? It's probably half of this what is in California. And how about cultivation costs in Colombia? This is probably the quarter of this what is in Mexico. So this thinking gives me some picture of cannabis industry and basically tells me do not buy any more shares because it is very volatile industry, and basically the future lies where there is the cheapest way of cultivating good quality cannabis, and the best place for cultivation are the countries where we have a lot of sun exposure, and we are talking here about Latin America and probably South American countries. I don't think that, let's say, Pennsylvania, New York, or even the California is going to stand the competition with Southern American countries. So that gives me some thoughts about where the future of cannabis industry will be. And I don't think that the Canadian companies who are doing cultivation in their own country in Canada will be all the time on the top. Although if you look right now, mostly the leaders in cannabis industry are Canadian companies. So that is my thought about cannabis industry. And as of right now, like I said, I'm not planning to buy any more stocks of cannabis companies. Um I bought them, like I said, in 2019 because there was hype. And I have to admit that I kind of started to go with the flow with this hype almost 2 years ago. I was listening a lot of interviews, I was reading, and I was thinking that those companies which I'm picking are gonna do extremely well. And Tilray, which was previously known Apria, is doing very well. Like I said, it's 86%. Canopy Growth is down. But this, of course, within the future, next couple years, might change. But I think that on the longer run, I am done with the cannabis stocks because as of right now, I'm trying to position my portfolio towards the stocks, which I can keep for many years and they will give me solid dividends. So I don't think cannabis stocks are the dividend stocks because none of them is paying any dividends. So most likely I'll be kind of circulating towards this stock, which is right under the Tilray, which is the Disney company, or waste management company, which is a great example of great stable and dividend stock. And of course, I don't mind Wells Fargo. Yamana right here, that's a different story. That's the gold stock, so that is a speculation play. Okay, that's it for today. Please let me know what do you think about the future of cannabis industry. Do you agree with me? If you disagree, please give me a comment. Let me know that you disagree with me. Just remember to explain your position. I would like to hear from you. And like always, remember, I'm not a financial professional. I'm not any kind of guru. I'm not any kind of guy who is trying to tell you what kind of stocks to buy or what kind of stocks to sell. What I'm doing here, I'm just having fun talking about this, what I have in my portfolio, talking about my experiences. And if you can learn something from this, that would be great. And don't forget, like always, gives me the thumb up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends all over the world. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Have a great day.